And green can be used to show refreshing emotions and things that are new or starting over again. Think, walks in nature, walks out in the outside trees, just kind of looking up at the leaves of the trees sometimes. That can kind of help you evoke that sense of refreshing and new. It is also considered one of the calming colors because, again, being in nature, being in the blue sky with bright green colors is just a natural way for us to kind of reflect and relax. And springtime reflects that newness, new growing grass, leaves on trees. That's why we kind of associate it with new and refreshing qualities. And the last one I'm going to get in here is violet or purple. Now, violet and purple, it's a little bit more of a fun color. It doesn't really fit into any of these more so than these others. The main thing to focus on with energizing, warm, calming, and sadness, as opposed to categorizing them, is that violet can fit into any of these, just at a lesser point. So it would be lesser than red, yellow, and orange as a warming color, lesser than red, yellow, and orange as an energizing color, etc. for all of these. So you'd put that purple or violet down at the very bottom of any of these categories, but it does fit in each one. So you can really categorize it as anything. It is considered the most creative color. And it's linked highly with royalty. And mystery, because it does kind of universally add into any of these other sections. Now, the reason why I didn't add much more to the sadness is that sadness, when it comes to color, is often the lack of color that causes us to feel that sadness. Blue is the only real color on the color wheel that can evoke that emotion outright. You've heard feeling blue maybe, or feeling down in the dumps, feeling gray. Those gray skies, that's what causes us that sadness. Black, gray, and blue are really what make us feel most sad and can evoke those emotions of sadness in us. Anytime that we are trying to use a painting or a method for bringing about the idea of a storm or anything like that, it can be almost scary sometimes using these sadder colors. One more aspect of the colors that kind of gets overlooked is white and black together. Obviously, we can't really show you too much white, but white is basically our color to prove and show that things are clean. This blank space right here, it's very clean. There's nothing in there. This is considered our white. You're looking out over a nice snowy landscape. That's a nice clean area where you can really get these other colors to pop into, and that's what makes us recognize these for what they are. So if we took this little snowy landscape here and just added in some nice trees, you can see how that kind of stands out. Any color that we add in here is going to really stand out thanks to that nice, clean white area that we have there. The contrast between adding any color with white can really make that color stand out a lot more. The same with the black. Black can make a color stand out a lot more. One particular combination of colors that is considered to be almost pure opposites, and they really draw the eye, is black and red. When we have black and red anywhere in a picture, they can kind of draw the eye. They're considered focal colors. So if we were to add some red in here, it would overtake any of that background that we had in there, even just a little bit, and draw the eye to that spot. Maybe some leaves fell on the ground here. So we can see how mixing these colors and contrasting them to one another can really show a specific emotion or draw our eye to a specific part of the page as we are creating our artwork. So hopefully that's been helpful. We'll talk more about this going forward, and definitely when we get into doing our landscapes and doing some other theorizing on color and artwork, we will jump back to this quite a bit. So maybe take a shot of this, save this information, lock it somewhere tight in your brain, because it is important. And again, it is subjective, which means it could make you feel a different way than it affects me or any of the other students involved.